The B Plus Recap Snapshot.
Hey, how's it going, everybody, and welcome back. It's B Plus, and welcome to a special edition of the Recap Snapshot. Now, today we're going to be taking a look at not one, not two, not three, but four separate EPs, and it's all by one artist. Now, to get the full scope of the situation, you have to kind of go all the way back to January 14th of 2021, and that's when BrvndonP tweeted out that he had four EPs coming. An EP collection is what he called it. He had four EPs coming, four different genres, and it's all for the fans. So I've been a fan of BrvndonP for maybe like 10 years, ever since his rock paper scissors music group days, RPSMG days. So I've been a fan of him for quite some time. So this was highly anticipated, at least for me. So what he did was he dropped some of the graphics on Twitter, just kind of outlining the names of these projects. And really quickly, I'm going to read the names of those projects, and the name of those projects are Borderline, Outtaline, My Lifeline, and The Bottom Line. So obviously there's a theme here, and he hints that there's four different genres. So fast forward to, I guess, maybe mid-February, actually right around Valentine's Day, he released a project called Borderline, and that was a little bit of a hint for me what that first album was going to be, because it was going to be right around Valentine's Day. So let's take a look at some of my favorite songs from that project, and then we'll talk a little bit about it.
Can I give you my secrets? Don't tell. If I give you my heart, will you take care of it? Can I tell you my secrets? Don't tell it. If I give you, came up from a waist now. I'm good where I'm at, I never turn my faith down. I had to cut off all distractions in my way now. If you're not adding to my life, then it's peace out, baby. Some people always thought I'd never make it. Give me one more chance and I'ma take it. Let me know. And I don't want no problems. We both know you got options. Baby, I'm stuck on you. Like bubblegum on some blue jeans. And I can hold it down for you. You're my favorite song in the morning. And I can't get you off of my mind. I can't.
All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed those snippets from BrvndonP's Borderline. Like I said, getting into those snippets, it came out right around Valentine's Day, so that was enough of a giveaway for me to know that it was going to be an R&B project, and I thought he did a fantastic job on it. I like that he called it Borderline just because it's kind of borderline of what he does. He's a rapper, but he kind of dabbles in R&B a little bit, like that R&B sound. But I also like that he called it Borderline just because in this Christian hip-hop subgenre that some of us live in, a lot of times if your music isn't overtly about Christ, or if it's not talking about the gospel or mentioning Jesus a whole lot of times people look at it like it's borderline. It's like, it's not bad, but it's not Christian, so they just kind of look at it kind of strange. I don't personally do that. I personally like the fact that we have Christian artists nowadays that can put out albums just like this, and we don't have to go to a secular or somebody who's not a Christian to hear about relationship issues. We can stick right here and hear it from a Christian perspective. So I really enjoyed that. So now let's move on to the second EP. The name of that EP was called Outtaline. Let's check out some of this.
Under that wall for way too long. Come with me, cause it's time to hit the floor. Baby, take my hand and trust me. And you know when the DJ's playing our songs, it's a feeling that I can't control. It's like roll around with these glider windows down with my baby. It's like getting better from my name without to me. And it will never end. Your love goes forever. Lying to myself, I don't wanna find out. Stakes get high, the breakdown's loud. Cross my mind, hold my soul. I wanna go high, I can't stay low. Take me high, and I don't wanna find out.
All right, so on the first EP of Brandon P's EP collection, Borderline, we got R&B P, and now on Outtaline, we have Pop P, kind of like that EDM type style. It's not exactly EDM, but it is that pop style. There's no way you can listen to this project from start to finish and not dance. The 3 songs that I chose on this: Fear of Heights, Love Goes On Forever, and Dance With Me. They were in heavy rotation last year, and they're still in rotation this year. I thought he did a great job on this project, and he named it Outtaline. Like I said, this is just my opinion. I think he did it just because it's kind of out of line of what you expect from a rapper to do a pop album. But I've been a fan of him for a while, like I said at the top of this, and it's not really out of line of what he's done in the past. He's had songs like this in the past, and he knocked it out of the park. But we finally got a full-length EP of Pop P, of him just doing this thing when it comes to dance music. So there you have it with that. And now moving on to our next EP, and this is the curveball. This is the one that a lot of people didn't see coming. So let's go ahead and get into Lifeline.
You are a mine, God. You are a mine, God. You are a mine, God. That's who you are. If you believe that, just lift your hands right here. And this is what freedom looks like. This is what freedom sounds like. And there's freedom in the room. Hey.
Who the sun sets free is free.
It's free.
Who the sun sets free is free.
It's free.
Freedom belongs to me. Let freedom fill the room.
I am free. Praise the Lord, I'm free. Always come through. If the promise keeper is done,
It's done. I believe in your promise.
and no one
can undo what you
yes sir, say big change.
Big change. I am healed in your
You
presence.
always come through.
You always come through.
Say, hey, say it.
It's done.
Okay, so that was Brandon P's EP Lifeline. Like I said, it was a little bit of a curveball. You're not expecting a full-length EP worship album from a rapper, but Brandon P is just like that, very talented guy. But let's do a quick recap of how we got to this point with these EPs. So that first EP that came out in February of 2021, that was Borderline, and that was R&B P. And then after that, in July, he dropped Outtaline, which is like that dance pop style, so we called that Pop P. And now we are in October of 2021, and he has dropped a project called Lifeline, that EP, so we're going to call him Worship P. Now for me, like I said, I'm a big fan of Brandon P, so I know that he spends a lot of his Sundays behind the organ, behind drums, behind a keyboard at his local church, serving in that way. So I know that he's very talented in that way, and I thought that this was just a fantastic project. This was along the lines of a Todd Delaney of a Maverick City Worship, just because if you go over to his YouTube, you can find full-length videos of all these worship sets, and they're just fantastic. So I thought that he went above and beyond when it came to this EP. And now let's head over to the final EP of this EP collection, and the name of that is called The Bottom Line.
I'm back to my roots.
Hey, hey, back to my roots, that's on BK. I'm back. Get in my zone when that beat bang. Oh yeah. Yeah, I got hit, shake the survey. On God. I put on for my side and I never changed. Ooh. Hey, you don't know about it. I was only 16 when a dream when I started. 12 years later, I don't see myself stopping. Had a #1 hit on my belt before college, yeah. Hey,
Glory, glory, glory to the Lamb of God. Made it through the fire, you can see the scars. I was lost, but now I'm found. It took me out the dark. See me winning, hallelujah, glory to the Lord. Every day I'm running, gun and pressing for the mark. Putting my life in his hands, he can have it all. I was lost, but now I'm found. It took me out the dark. See me when I
play, I got catalog. For respect on my brand, I got plenty more. I'm not cocky, I just know who I am. I was chosen with a plan, see that giant, then I knock it off. Ay, never been the one to run from anything. I don't got no time to hate my enemies. Grown man, I protect all of my energy. Only time I tell who you claim to be. Trophy gang always winning. When I touch a bill, I'ma leave it for my children. Rather pay the
Okay, so I think that there's no shock that Brandon P finished out this EP collection with the rap album, just because that's just the bottom line. That's who he is. He's a rapper, he's a producer as well. He's actually one of the best, I think, in this Christian hip hop space as far as a producer. Very underrated, but that's kind of beside the point. I thought he did a fantastic job on this project. What I really enjoyed about it is the features. He had Mouth Minnick, he had Scooty Wop, he had his boy Mission. He just really did a good job of selecting really great voices to complement his production, and also just to complement his voice as well. And speaking of production, I believe that Brandon P is the primary producer on all these projects, on all these EPs. I may be wrong, but I think that if he's not the sole producer, he has his hand in all the production on all these projects. So it really shows off his versatility. I had a talk a few weeks ago where I was talking about how Tadashi was one of the most versatile people in all of CHH, and I really think that Brandon P deserves to be in that conversation as well. And I think that this EP collection over the past 16-18 months is really a testament to that. From 4 different genres, we got pop, we have R&B, we have worship, we have a rap album. He just really can do it all, and he showed it off in these 4 EPs. So here's my quick recap of this 4 EP collection by Brandon P. So first up, we have Borderline. It is the R&B project by a Christian, so a lot of people would say that it's borderline Christian at best. I don't believe that, but that's what people are going to say. Then next up, he had Outtaline, and I think that it's just kind of out of line of what you would really expect from a rap artist to put out a pop album. So then after that, we have Lifeline, which is a full-length worship project. You're not really expecting that also from a rapper, but it is the lifeline of our existence. Praise and worship is our lifeline. And then finally, we have the bottom line. Brandon P is a rapper and he's a producer, and he really showed off his chops in both of those areas on the bottom line. So now it is your job to go out and run up the numbers for all 4 of these EPs. Wherever you go to stream your music, it is there. Also go over to YouTube, type in Brandon P, and substitute the A for a V in his name, and you'll find all his stuff there. He has at least 2 music videos for every single song on, or not for every single song, but he has at least 2 videos per EP is what I'm trying to say on his YouTube. He has the complete Lifeline worship sets on his YouTube as well. So make sure you go support everything Brandon P. Hey, thank you so much for hanging around and watching this entire video. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that red subscribe button, and also make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you comment. I really enjoy interacting with you guys down in the comment section. And until next time, peace in, confusion out, and be positive.